Okay, today we're going to be talking about the myMarketing Studio and how we can use it for a bunch of different things. So you're going to want to be on my.weichert.com on KV Core. And then on the left here, you're going to want to click on Weichert Tools. Once you click there, it will bring up a bunch of the different options that you have. Hopefully in a second, if the Wi-Fi works. Let's give it a minute. Okay, here we go. So if your Wi-Fi is faster than ours, hopefully it'll load. Yep. Let's give it a second. Sorry for the delay here. Okay, hopefully, what is going on? Hi, Ellen.
Hey.
I'm gonna mute you. Okay, so we went into myWeichert, we went into Weichert Tools, and you should have a tab button here for myWeichert Marketing Studio. If you haven't signed up yet, it is going to take you through a couple different prompts to put in your email address and your contact information, but just go through that. And this is what the Marketing Studio looks like. It's a program called Canva, which is super simple, super easy to use. The thing that you're going to want to remember always is that because we are Weichert Properties and not Weichert Realtors, there's going to be a separate section for us. So we're going to scroll all the way down here to the bottom where it says Weichert Properties. They're going to get rid of where it says Soho, but it's going to say NYC office only, right? So this is where all of our marketing material and all the different templates that you can use will live. And again, there's a bunch of different things in here, right? So brochures. Brochures are 8 to 4 to 12 page booklets for a property that you have. Door hangers, or if you are doing door knocking, we don't usually do that, so you can kind of skip that. Flyers, right? This is probably where most of us are going to go to put together different flyers. This is kind of like the show sheets where you can create them, and we'll go through how to do one of these in a few minutes. Again, some of these are one-sided, some are two-sided, and I'll show you kind of how easy it is to use these. There's a template in here for newsletters, right? So you can put together a newsletter. You can then send it out either with a listing or properties that you have, either one or multiple ones. There's also Instagram and Facebook templates. So if you want to post to social media, you can create it here and upload it to your social media. Letterheads, again, if you need any letterhead with your information on it. Social media posts themselves, the smaller ones for happy anniversary and stuff like that. Postcards, right? So all the different postcards that you can send out. And again, there are different options here. Sign-in sheets, if you're not using the myWeichert Open House app, again, please use the app if you can, but if you need a sign-in sheet, they're here. Social media banners, social media posts, and email signatures, right? So if you want to make a little nice footer to put in your email, you can do that here as well, right? And there's a bunch of different ones. So flyers tend to be what we send out the most. These are kind of what we call show sheets. So I'm going to go through just creating one. And again, you can pick any of these. And then the best thing about this is everything is entirely customizable. So I'm going to pick this one, right? I'm going to go to Create Design. And it's going to give you a preview of what the front and the back look like. Again, you can see kind of how the photos are laid out and stuff like that. I'm going to click here on Create Design. Okay, so the first thing you can do is if your property is listed somewhere, you can automatically pull both photos and descriptions that you have in the MLS onto this, right? So for instance, I'm just going to do 29 King Street, which is a property that I have for rent right now, right? And it's going to auto-populate. So I'm going to click there, right? And headline is where you see right here, just listed. Hudson Square loft for rent, right? And it's got the information. There's a part of the description is here. Cut this out and put it in the second part of the description. The price, the MLS ID, bedrooms, bathrooms, agent name. That's going to auto-populate. Name, phone number, right? And it's automatically going to pull photos from the MLS, right? So these 4 photos, which are the listing photos I have, and I can click on upload all photos, right? That's going to pull them into this design that I'm making. You have to confirm that you're able to advertise it, which in this case I can because it's mine. And I'm going to go to create. I'm going to give the system a second. Again, with our Wi-Fi, it's a little slow, so let's give it a minute. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull from the listing that I have all of the pertinent information, right? So again, just listed is here, address. And again, we can see here that the photos aren't showing up from my listing. That's okay, right? Because we want this to be fully customizable. And so if I click on any of the areas where there's a photo, I can either upload separate images that I have, right? Or if you look down here, here's the actual listing. So if I click there, those 4 photos are here, right? And so I can pick one and it's going to place it, right? I can pick a second one. It's going to place it. Again, on here, I can scroll over and I can zoom. I can do whatever I need to do to edit that photo. Probably not the best photo to use here, right? But that one is a little bit smaller. So maybe I'm going to scroll around a little bit. Okay, thank you. And on the back side, let's actually use that photo back. So again, you can play around with this, right? So almost everything in here is customizable, right? If you scroll over something and see that you can click on it, you can change everything, right? So this could be your new home. Let's say we want to say loft living, Soho, square. And if I see, right, if that text box is too small, I can play around with it, right? So I can make this font, oops, sorry, it gets in the way. I can move this, I can change the font, I can make it smaller. Let's say we've got to go down to, let's say 24, right? I can pull this box over. I can do all these different things, right? Some of the things are going to be fixed, others aren't, right? I don't want it to say just listed. I just want to say amazing, fully furnished rental, right? So again, all this stuff pulled in here, right? Okay, so we also have a QR code. Now, the QR code is fully customizable from within the system, right? So if I go to update code, oops, I can put in whatever QR code that I want to. Now, for our case, I want people to go to my myMarketing website. And if I go to my website, I can see my listings, and here's the King Street one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and paste this. I'm going to go back into the marketing studio. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to update the code, and it's going to automatically create a QR code, right? So you can do it super simply from here. If you want it to just go to your myMarketing site, if you want it to go to StreetEasy or any website, you can put that in there. Oops. Okay, so I'm just going to make it a little smaller so it fits in that box. There we go. Right. Okay. Oop, I think I updated it. Okay, that's good. Update code. Cool. Photos are here. Right. And now what I can do is I can download it, right? If I'm done, I can download it as a PDF. Oop, and look, it spell checks it for me. Oop, which is good. And it's going to download it. Okay, Ellen had a question. What is the difference between the myMarketing app sign-in and Open Home Pro? So I've never used Open Home Pro, Ellen, so I'm not sure what it is. The myMarketing Open House app allows you to automatically link to the listing that you have. Right, so once you log in, if you guys can see this. Oh, sorry. Continue. Once you log in with your myMarketing, just gonna auto-populate this for me. There's a verification code. Very secure now. So what the myMarketing Open House app allows you to do is to automatically link to your myMarketing system with the listing so that the search alerts will send automatically, right? So again, if I do the same thing, if I put in 29 King, let's say I'm having an open house there and look for it, right? The app is going to actually pull up 29 King Street here. And if I click on it, right, it's going to automatically have photos. And I'm asking for these questions, right? You can pick what you want it to say. You can confirm the image. You can add a hashtag. You can launch it. You create a pin. And now when people come, they can automatically sign in here. And as soon as they sign in, it's going to link to my Weicker page, which I really like, because then it will send out search alerts based on what they're looking for, you know, based on the property price and type and stuff like that. If you don't want it to do it, again, you can use a different app. It's fine, but I like how integrated all this is. So that's why I use the myWeicker Open House app. Thanks for the question, Ellen. Okay, so I can open this file, right? And look, here we go. Here's a great show sheet. And I can just print these, right? Oop, this is a little off. I would fix that before I actually printed them, but you can kind of confirm everything. So this is very nice because it allows you to kind of do everything all in one place. And you can also print it with Express Docs, right? You can automatically send this to a printer if you want it to be sent, right? So I can just click here. It's going to automatically upload it and send it to Express Docs. And I can order these show sheets if I want to actually have them printed, which is, again, a really nice feature. So again, you can kind of go through the steps there. So these templates and these things are super simple to use. Again, you can print them out here in the office. You can also have them sent. You know, again, we would do the exact same thing. I'm going to close out of this. We can do the exact same thing. Again, always remember to scroll down. Let's say we want to send some postcards, Weicker Properties. Say I like this one, right? Same thing. Again, we can automatically look up the property. Right, it's going to auto-populate. We're going to upload the pictures and confirm it's my listing. I'm going to create this. So with a few clicks, you can do this, right? And I did this in like less than 5 minutes. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it even faster. So it's a great way. Let's just say I'm doing a postcard. I'm going to render it and then do the same thing with selecting the photos, right? So here we go. Let's pick these photos. Put this on the front. Boom. I'm going to scroll again. You can drag everything. If you look here, there's always a red line. You want to keep everything within that red line. So again, if I don't want to say this, I could say. This should be a little smaller. Just there we go. Okay. This could be your new home. I just wanted to say loft living in Hudson Square. If I don't want to say just listed, I can just take that out, right? I can write whatever I want there. Again, these photos are auto-populating. We can change them. I can pick one of the photos from the listing. Right? And here we go. I can hit print with Express Docs. And same thing. Oops. Again, it's spell checking it, which is nice. I can automatically pick who I want this to. I have to have them change this. Sorry. Let me let Express Docs know. Ellen is asking, Express Docs is the same as Weicker Design Center? No, it's a separate vendor. There are 2 vendors available for most of the materials, Express Docs and Prism, who was the one who ran the Design Center. Right, so we can say who we want it to go to, if we want gloss coating, matte coating, whatever it is. Distribution options, right? We can.
So Jason, I don't understand. So if we've been using Weicker Design Center Prism, they've got our mailing lists on their. So
they'll still have them. You can also save this and send it to Prism. In some of these, there'll be an option for Prism, and some of them there won't be, but you can also just download it and send it to Prism.
And what's the difference? I mean, because I'm just concerned because Express Docs doesn't have all my mailing lists and Prism does.
Sure. So it's just a different vendor option.
Okay, so does Express Docs do the mailings as well?
Yes, they do. Yep.
They do. And are they priced differently? Is there a difference in terms
they're
of
very
quality?
comparable. So
okay.
They're comparable to one another. So
okay, but in order, so I wouldn't be going into
the design center is no more.
The design center is no more. So you have to save this and then upload it or something like that to Prism.
Yes, exactly.
So it's another step. But meanwhile, Prism's the one who has the I mean, Express Docs, do they even save mailing lists?
You can do the same thing, right? You can create one, you can upload one. There are different ways of doing it. So so again, let's say we want to create one. Again, I'm going to go through that now, Alan. So in the same way we would do it in the design center before, we can create an address list, right? If you want to pick a street, let's say we want to do 29 King Street. 14, we want to send it to single family, multifamily. Let's say we only want to send it to multifamily. Oops, street name, King Street. Oops, shoot, sorry. Let me do this again. Street list. We just want to do multifamily. Right. So it's going to give you all the addresses. You can see the addresses. We can pick which buildings on King Street we actually want to send to. So let's say we don't want to send to 22, we can deselect them. Right. It's a very similar system to using Prism to do it. So we can create our own mailing list. You can also upload one here directly as well. Right. So we can create an address list, we can upload a list, right? And they can do it for you. So and again, we'll price it out. You can pick your coding, you can do everything, boom, proceed to checkout, you pay for everything, right? So
yeah, but I don't think you can download, at least you didn't used to be able to download mailing lists from Prism.
Yes, you could. Yep, once you created it, it's downloadable. It was downloadable.
Okay. I always thought that they made it proprietary.
My understanding is that's not the case.
Okay.
But you can use Prism to send out these postcards as well if you want to. So if you already have created Prism, you can just contact them.
Okay.
And again, you can also do every door direct mail. If you want to do just residential, again, same thing. So we just want to do 1014. So again, this is a lot because there's a ton of people there, but you can deselect and select the ones that you want to. And you can also look on the map to see what the routes look like if you want to do a specific route, you can pick that. So again, it's a little more complex. So okay, go back into the marketing studio. I'm gonna get out of Express Docs. And just wanted to show you again the close this. The last thing you can do, which again, many of you will want to do is, again, scroll down, is the email signature, right? So you can actually create a really nice customized email signature. And the system basically pre-populates it with everything for you as long as your photo's in there, right? It just created it. And if we can change something, we can. My website, let's say we don't want the office number on here. We can just delete this. So, right? Download it. You can do JPEG, you can do PNG. Again, if you want it in your footer, you should do PNG. I've got this on my computer, and I can just embed this right into my Gmail account if I want to. So again, make sure you guys have all changed your footer in Gmail or whatever email source you're using with the new address. And that's basically it, right? It's a very, very simple tool. Again, for people who have listings, this is great for show sheets, for creating, customized marketing tools and things like that. For anyone who's working maybe on RentHop or doing rentals, this is really good for your social media, right? You can create social media templates in like 2 minutes, put them up on Facebook, put them up on Instagram, and kind of take it from there. What kinds of questions do you have?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's very straightforward, very simple. So, anyone on the Dewey or Toby or Ellen, anything else?
No, I'm good. It's very WYSIWYG. Thank you.
Very easy to use. So,
I'm going to have to go through this with Amanda.
so unfortunately, Amanda is no longer. She is taking a different job, so she won't be with the company anymore. But we're hiring a replacement as we speak, and I'll be available for help with this. Once you've gotten through the first, setups and stuff like that. So, but again, you guys can still go to the workshops that Lauren is doing every day. So she should be sending that out to you guys. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll send out this video so you have it. And if you need anything, please let me know. And again, if you haven't come down to the new office, come stop by. It's a great space. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Jason.